10 phrases that will really hurt a narcissist's heart and mind if you say them. Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome back to our channel. Before we dive into today's topic, I want to take a moment to express my gratitude for your ongoing support. Your likes, comments, and subscriptions mean the world to us and help our channel grow. If you enjoy our content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Now, brace yourselves as we delve into the intricate realm of narcissism, exploring the 10 phrases that send shivers down the spines of these complex personalities. This journey promises to be nothing short of fascinating, as we unravel the layers of the narcissistic psyche and dissect the intricate web of emotions that lie beneath their carefully crafted facade. Through our exploration, you'll gain invaluable insights into the underlying psychology of narcissism, equipping you with the tools to navigate interactions with these individuals more effectively. So, without further ado, let's plunge into the depths of this captivating topic and uncover the secrets behind 10 phrases that narcissists absolutely hate to hear. 1. Praise for others. Praise for others presents a significant challenge for individuals with narcissistic tendencies. These individuals find it exceedingly difficult to navigate situations where admiration or respect is directed towards someone other than themselves. Even seemingly harmless compliments or acknowledgement of others' achievements can evoke intense feelings of insecurity and inadequacy within narcissists. Their sense of self-importance and need for constant validation often overshadow any positive recognition given to others, leading them to feel threatened by the success or praise bestowed upon someone else. This reaction stems from their deep-seated fear of being overshadowed or seen as inferior, reinforcing their inflated self-image. Consequently, instead of genuinely appreciating and celebrating the accomplishments of others, narcissists may resort to downplaying or dismissing them in an attempt to maintain their own sense of superiority. Furthermore, this inability to acknowledge and appreciate others' achievements can strain interpersonal relationships and hinder collaborative efforts. Narcissists' preoccupation with their own self-image and relentless pursuit of validation can create a toxic dynamic within personal and professional settings. Their reluctance to acknowledge the strengths and accomplishments of others may breed resentment and diminish morale among peers and colleagues. Moreover, it can impede effective teamwork and hinder collective progress, as narcissists prioritize their own recognition above the success of the group. Ultimately, overcoming this tendency requires introspection and a willingness to shift focus from one's ego to fostering genuine admiration and support for others, thus fostering healthier relationships and fostering a more conducive environment for growth and collaboration. 2. That's not true. Engaging with a narcissist's falsehoods or deceit can be a delicate endeavor, often met with defensiveness and hostility. Simply stating, "That's not true," can provoke a strong reaction from narcissists who are averse to having their lies exposed or their version of reality questioned. For individuals dealing with narcissists, navigating this aspect of their behavior requires a nuanced approach. Confronting them directly may escalate the situation, leading to further denial or even retaliation. Instead, it may be more effective to employ strategic communication techniques that encourage introspection without triggering their defenses. One approach could involve calmly presenting evidence or alternative perspectives that gently challenge the narcissist's falsehoods. By providing factual information or offering different interpretations of events, individuals can subtly encourage the narcissist to reconsider their position without directly accusing them of lying. Additionally, framing the conversation in a non-confrontational manner and expressing genuine concern for their well-being can help mitigate their defensive reactions. However, it's essential to recognize that changing a narcissist's behavior requires patience and persistence, as they may resist acknowledging the truth to protect their fragile ego. Moreover, fostering an environment of open communication and mutual respect can facilitate more constructive interactions with narcissists over time. By setting boundaries and maintaining assertiveness while remaining empathetic, individuals can navigate challenging conversations with narcissists while minimizing conflict. Ultimately, addressing falsehoods and deceit in a way that encourages self-reflection rather than provoking defensiveness can lead to more productive interactions and potentially promote personal growth within the narcissist. 3. I will not. When individuals assert their refusal to comply with the demands of a narcissist, they often encounter resistance and face manipulation tactics aimed at coercing compliance. Narcissists inherently crave control, and any challenge to their authority or requests can trigger a range of responses aimed at maintaining their dominance. In the face of refusal, narcissists may resort to manipulation techniques such as guilt-tripping, gaslighting, or playing the victim to sway the individual into acquiescence. Asserting one's boundaries and autonomy in the face of a narcissist's demands requires resilience and steadfastness. Narcissists may attempt to undermine the individual's confidence or question their motives to weaken their resolve. By remaining firm and unwavering in their refusal, individuals can assert their agency and protect their boundaries against manipulation tactics. 4. I cannot. Expressing inability or unwillingness to fulfill the desires of a narcissist can often be perceived as a direct challenge to their perceived superiority and authority. Narcissists thrive on control and dominance, and any indication of resistance to their wishes is met with disdain and frustration. They detest encountering any form of opposition or defiance, as it undermines their inflated sense of self-importance and disrupts their carefully constructed narrative of superiority. Consequently, when faced with someone who refuses to comply with their demands or expresses limitations, narcissists may react with hostility, manipulation, or attempts to coerce submission to regain a sense of power and control. 5. You lost. Informing a narcissist of their loss, even in trivial matters such as games or competitions, can significantly bruise their ego and provoke defensive reactions. Narcissists have an inherent need to maintain a facade of superiority, and any acknowledgement of failure or defeat threatens this carefully crafted image. Consequently, when faced with the reality of losing, narcissists often struggle to accept the outcome, resorting to denial or making excuses to protect their fragile self-esteem. Admitting defeat goes against their deeply ingrained belief in their own exceptionalism, leading them to resist acknowledging any outcome that challenges their self-perceived superiority. 6. You're wrong. Pointing out a narcissist's errors or misguided actions by stating you're wrong can often lead to defensiveness and hostility. Narcissists are inherently resistant to acknowledging their faults or imperfections, as doing so threatens their carefully constructed image of perfection and superiority. When confronted with criticism or correction, narcissists may react defensively, perceiving it as a direct assault on their self-esteem. Their instinctual response is to retaliate against those who dare to challenge their perceived infallibility, resorting to tactics such as gaslighting or shifting blame to avoid taking responsibility for their mistakes. In the eyes of a narcissist, admitting wrongdoing is synonymous with admitting weakness, a notion they vehemently reject to maintain their sense of grandiosity and dominance in interpersonal interactions. 7. I don't care. Expressing indifference or a lack of concern towards a narcissist by stating, "I don't care," can have significant implications for their sense of self-worth and importance. Narcissists thrive on attention, validation, and admiration from others, viewing themselves as inherently superior and deserving of special treatment. Therefore, when faced with indifference or dismissal, narcissists may feel a profound sense of insignificance and rejection. Such statements undermine their carefully cultivated image of importance and superiority, challenging their belief that they are the center of attention and deserving of constant admiration. Consequently, narcissists may react defensively or aggressively to such remarks, seeking to regain control and assert their dominance in the interaction. Being dismissed or ignored contradicts their need for validation and acknowledgement, making it particularly challenging for narcissists to accept and cope with expressions of indifference from others. 8. I'm busy or not now. Refusing to prioritize the narcissist's demands or cater to their immediate needs by saying "I'm busy" or "not now" can often be interpreted as a rejection, provoking feelings of anger or resentment in the narcissist. Narcissists have an inflated sense of entitlement and expect unwavering attention and compliance from others, viewing themselves as deserving of special treatment at all times. Therefore, when their requests are met with delay or denial, they may perceive it as a direct challenge to their perceived superiority and importance. This rejection of their immediate needs can trigger feelings of frustration and resentment in the narcissist, leading to potential outbursts or attempts to manipulate the situation to regain control. In the eyes of a narcissist, any form of resistance to their demands is seen as a threat to their sense of dominance and authority in interpersonal relationships. 9. No in any form. Asserting boundaries and asserting autonomy by saying no in any form can be incredibly infuriating for narcissists, as they interpret it as a direct challenge to their authority and entitlement. Narcissists harbor a deep-seated belief in their inherent superiority and expect unquestioning compliance with their desires and wishes. Therefore, when confronted with a refusal, they perceive it as a threat to their control and dominance. The mere act of establishing boundaries or expressing dissent triggers feelings of rage and resentment in narcissists, leading them to react with hostility and aggression. Their reaction is fueled by a sense of entitlement and a refusal to accept any form of resistance to their demands. In the eyes of a narcissist, being denied what they want undermines their sense of power and superiority, prompting them to lash out in an attempt to regain control and assert their dominance in the situation. 10. Other forms of resistance. Any expressions or actions indicating resistance or refusal to comply with the narcissist's expectations are likely to provoke hostility and retaliation. Narcissists have a deep aversion to being thwarted or undermined in any manner. They expect unwavering obedience and compliance with their desires and demands, viewing any form of resistance as a direct challenge to their authority and superiority. Whether it's asserting boundaries, expressing dissent, or simply refusing to cater to their needs, any sign of defiance is met with intense hostility from narcissists. Their reaction stems from a profound sense of entitlement and a refusal to accept anything less than complete control over their surroundings and the people within them. Thus, individuals who dare to resist the narcissist's expectations must be prepared for potential retaliation as the narcissist seeks to reassert their dominance and punish those who dare to challenge it. In conclusion, recognizing the phrases that narcissists despise can provide individuals with valuable insight to navigate interactions with them more effectively. Whether by strategically using these phrases to assert boundaries or by avoiding them altogether, Individuals can safeguard themselves from manipulation and exploitation when dealing with narcissistic personalities. By understanding how certain expressions provoke hostility and retaliation from narcissists, individuals can empower themselves to maintain their autonomy and protect their well-being in interpersonal relationships. This awareness enables individuals to assert boundaries confidently and navigate interactions with narcissists with greater resilience and self-assurance. Ultimately, understanding these dynamics fosters healthier and more balanced relationships while minimizing the detrimental impact of narcissistic behavior. Are you exhausted from the constant turmoil and upheaval that accompanies a relationship with a narcissist? Have you considered that there might be more than meets the eye, perhaps even something darker at play? As a creator of content, I aim to shed light on the intricate connections between narcissism and the realm of demons. Fear not, for we are here to extend a helping hand. Those grappling with narcissistic tendencies can find solace and guidance through our one-on-one consultations, priced at just $1 per week. Take the first step towards healing and reclaiming tranquility in your life by following the link provided in the description below. Let's delve into this intriguing topic and unravel the truth behind the nexus of narcissism and demonic influence. To shield yourself from the malevolent effects of narcissists, it's crucial to understand how demons exploit them to disrupt your spiritual connection with God. They may cunningly convince you that you bear the responsibility for correcting their behavior. In order to fortify yourself against such manipulations, let's explore the 8 prevalent demons that lurk behind narcissists and learn how to combat them. At the forefront is the spirit of witchcraft. Don't be misled into thinking that witchcraft is confined to voodoo dolls and dark sorcery. Beneath its sinister facade lie the narcissistic traits of rebellion and manipulation. The book of 1 Samuel cautions against rebellion and arrogance, likening them to divination and idolatry, respectively. This nefarious spirit is often referred to as the Jezebel spirit. Behold, the second demon lurking behind narcissism, envy, a venomous serpent of resentment towards the blessings of others. Its kin, covetousness, meets condemnation in the sacred texts with the commandment, "Thou shalt not covet." Nevertheless, narcissists harbor the delusion that they are entitled to everything they desire. Envy is said to be under the dominion of Satan, perhaps even reigning as the chief demon. Alongside it dance several subdemons: murder, vengeance, spite, wrath, strife, hatred, cruelty, divisions, and competition, each weaving their malevolent webs in this dark domain. The third maleficent spirit to surface is that of confusion, a sinister force wielded by the adversary to sow mental and emotional disarray among its victims. Its sinister aim is to inundate and immobilize individuals, casting doubt upon their sanity and the truth of divine revelation. Narcissists are drawn to this realm as it offers a veil to shield their wicked deeds from scrutiny. Following closely is the fourth demonic entity, condemnation, a sinister ally in the narcissist's arsenal of deflection. This spirit thrives on hurling venomous accusations and seeks to undermine its victims with a ceaseless barrage of criticism and blame-shifting, fostering despair and desolation in its wake. The fifth spirit to emerge is the entity of control, a puppeteer pulling the strings of manipulation and domination. Those who wield this spirit have only their self-interests in sight, crafting narratives and images to suit their whims. They employ psychological and emotional manipulation to bend others to their will, preying particularly on the vulnerable emotions of fury, bitterness, and trauma. Given their susceptibility to emotional manipulation, narcissists are prime targets for this insidious force, also known as the spirit of Jezebel. Enter the sixth spirit, the spirit of deceit, also dubbed the spirit of falsehood. Narcissists wield lies like weapons, fashioning verbal salads, distorting truths, sidestepping honesty, and showering insincere flattery, all to inflate their own worth while diminishing yours. Through their deceitful machinations, they pave the way for other nefarious spirits to infiltrate, including those of religious fervor, superstition, false prophecy, accusations, gossip, slander, false teachings, and bewildering confusion. In becoming conduits for Satan's falsehoods, narcissists portray the divine command, as stated in Proverbs 12:22, where deceptive lips are deemed abominable in the eyes of the Lord, while integrity brings forth delight. Now unto the seventh essence, hubris, the spirit of inflated pride. This essence permeates narcissists' boasts and impatience as they relentlessly pursue their selfish desires. It forms the bedrock of their narcissistic personas, fostering an arrogant, obstinate, self-righteous, and grandiose demeanor. Their perpetual victimhood nurtures a sense of entitlement, coupled with an insufferable self-importance and self-centeredness. Yet, as echoed in Luke 14:11, the divine principle remains steadfast. For everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted. Lastly, let us explore the eighth essence, timidity. This guise weighs heavily upon narcissists. Behind their facade of bravado lies a trembling, infantile figure, ill-equipped to navigate life's challenges. Their outward projection of fearlessness serves as a smokescreen, masking deep-seated insecurities. By feigning courage and preying on vulnerable targets, they seek to bolster their fragile egos. Fear becomes their driving force, fueling their insatiable thirst for control and manipulation. So, what strategies might be devised to address this underlying issue? Let's delve into the first premise, succinctly encapsulated in 2 Timothy 3:1-5. Here, a cautionary tale unfolds, warning of the rise of negative traits in humanity as the end times draw near. Among these traits are self-love, greed, pride, arrogance, disrespect for parents, ingratitude, irreverence, lack of empathy, lack of self-discipline, and a penchant for pleasure over devotion to God. Though these individuals may project an aura of righteousness, they deny its true power. Hence, it is wise to steer clear of their influence. Moving on to the second premise, if you've already suffered harm, I implore you to seek healing and reaffirm your faith in God while guarding against further exposure to such individuals. Should you require guidance, our sponsor, Faithful Counseling, boasts a nationwide network of counselors poised to aid you on your journey. Remember, it is not your responsibility to reform these individuals. Leave that task to the divine. However, if you find yourself grappling with the aftermath of inflicted wounds, do not hesitate to visit the link provided in the description. While these malevolent spirits may ultimately face retribution, you may wonder if they can be banished. To address this inquiry, I urge you to watch our forthcoming episode and procure a complimentary copy of our guide, Surviving Toxic People, designed to equip you with the tools to identify and navigate encounters with toxic individuals. Simply search for the video on our channel. Are you ensnared in a ceaseless whirlwind of mental anguish, consumed by perpetual anxiety, and besieged by unyielding torment inflicted by a narcissistic presence? The relentless onslaught of pain, seemingly relished by your oppressor, has left you depleted and adrift. We recognize the monumental challenge of disentangling oneself from toxic bonds and draining entanglements, and we stand ready to offer our steadfast support. Our empathetic and seasoned cadre of specialists is dedicated to assisting you in confronting the narcissistic forces in your life. Armed with tailor-made strategies attuned to your individual circumstances, we are steadfast in our commitment to emboldening you and reinstating the serenity of your psyche. Our personalized consultations are priced affordably, starting at a mere $1 per week. Follow the link in the description to promptly schedule an appointment and commence your odyssey of healing and reclamation of autonomy. Refuse to permit the insatiable appetite of the narcissistic entity for dominance and validation to dictate the trajectory of your existence any further. Your well-being and contentment are sacrosanct, too precious to relinquish. Together, we can emancipate you from the clutches of narcissistic exploitation, empowering you to embrace the life you authentically deserve. At the outset, narcissists exhibit an uncanny knack for simulating genuine interest in you, yet beneath the facade, you're naught but objects to them, mere tools to satiate their insatiable appetites. Proficient in the art of emotional manipulation, they gravitate toward individuals possessing qualities and attributes they covet but lack. By fixating on your achievements, they prop up their fragile egos, basking in a heady cocktail of power and dominance. From the inception of your relationship, this is how they seize control, craving your contributions devoid of regard for your individuality or unique qualities. You're simply a conduit for their self-serving desires. While they may amplify your value if they perceive you as influential or attractive, you remain a mere pawn in their game of manipulation. To them, your worth is contingent solely upon your ability to mirror their emotions and cater to their whims. Yet, this manipulation is fleeting, necessitating their constant presence to sustain their emotional needs. They feed off your validation to bolster their self-esteem, gradually diminishing your significance over time. Methodically pinpointing flaws and concocting falsehoods, they relish in belittling and asserting dominance over you. Ultimately, whatever you bring to the table will always fall short. This realization fuels their sense of dominance, driving them to seek new wells of validation while simultaneously devaluing and manipulating you. They crave adoration and attention, yet remain enigmatic and alluring. Forever hunting for someone to lavish them with praise and devotion, they're constantly on the lookout for fresh prey to fulfill this role. Once they pinpoint their next target, the cycle of grooming and exploitation commences once more. Once the backup supply is secured, they discard you callously, replacing you promptly with a new individual whom they elevate to a position of prominence in their twisted reality. The narcissist orchestrates this process meticulously, ensuring they maintain absolute control. They must paint you as the one at fault or lacking, reinforcing their inflated sense of superiority and intellect. In their eyes, they've traded up to someone they deem superior to you. However, should you sever ties with the narcissist before they shift to their backup source, it will haunt them relentlessly. The memory of your rejection will linger, preventing them from moving forward. This undeniable proof of your superiority will inflict profound emotional turmoil upon them, plunging them into a whirlwind of anxiety, sorrow, and despair. Choosing the right moment to break free holds immense power. A strategic departure during